We'll start in whatever comfortable seat you'd like. We're just going to do some warm up for our wrists as we'll be putting a lot of pressure on our palms and our wrists. So start by just taking some wrist rotations, gentle fists, circling clockwise, counterclockwise. You could spread your fingers out, stretch your fingers, interlacing all of your fingers together. Turn your palms out towards the screen. Release the interlace as you lift and extend your arms up high towards the sky. Take some twists and rolls to bring your palms and your arms back down in front of you. Raise your arms to the ceiling once more to interlace your fingers above your head, pressing your palms up towards the sky. As you exhale, go ahead and twist your fists down towards your sides. Roll out your necks, any last little neck rolls before you place both palms onto the mat in tabletop. Shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Press into your palms to lift your head, neck, and chest up high towards the sky, and as you exhale, round your back. Tuck your head down, send your tailbone back towards your heels, child's pose. Press into your palms to lift yourself back up to tabletop. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lift, cat-cow. Exhale, round the back. Take any twists, turns, movements that feels good to your body as you inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, round your shoulder blades, dip your head down, tuck your tailbone down, suck your belly in. As you drop your belly towards the floor, you'll feel a dip in your low back. Just keep moving, flexing and extending through the spine, cat-cow. Seeing if you can move one vertebrae at a time. Press your hips back to your child's pose. Lifting yourself back up to your tabletop. Take another round of cat-cow. This time as you add on to your cat-cow, send your hips back to child's pose, so hips lift up to tabletop. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lift. Exhale, round your shoulders. Keep exhaling as you send your hips back to child's pose. Press into your palms to lift yourself back up. Stretch your right leg back behind you, keeping your toes tucked underneath, pressing out through the right heel. And you can move forward and back, feeling the stretch in the sole of your foot and your right calf muscle, the back of the leg. Bring your right knee back to the mat, left side, left leg stretches long back behind you, keeping your toes tucked under, and shift your weight forward and back, stretching the sole of your foot and your left calf muscle, the back of the left leg. Left knee comes back to the mat, tuck all 10 toes underneath, and send your hips back to your heels. So all 10 toes stay tucked under, sitting in broken toe pose. Very intense toe stretch for the bottom of the foot. Walk your hands back out to tabletop, placing the tops of the feet back onto the mat. Give them a little tap to help stretch out. Take the counter pose. One more time, tucking all 10 toes underneath. Walk your hands back to your knees to sit your glutes back onto your heels, and then lift your knees up into space. Little balancing squat. Knees gently come back down to the mat, walking back out to tabletop. Give your tops of the feet a little tap, and then send your hips back to child's pose. When you're ready, press yourself back up to tabletop. Flow through another cat-cow. Tuck all 10 toes underneath. Send your hips back to full moon, so letting your hips rest on your heels. Walk your hands back to your knees to lift your knees up in a little crouching squat shape. When you're ready, gently lower your knees back down. Walking back out to tabletop, give the tops of the feet a tap. And then press your hips all the way back to child's pose. Take a breath. When you're ready, lift your head, press into your palms to lift your chest up, back to tabletop. Take another cat-cow. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhale, round your shoulders. And from tabletop, tuck all 10 toes underneath. Lift your knees up off the mat to hover just about 6 inches to 12 inches or so. Letting your hips rock left and right, side to side. Knees stay bent the whole time. Gently lower your knees back down. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lift. Exhale, round your back. Send your hips back to child's pose. We're taking a flow here. When you're ready, press into your palms, coming back up to tabletop. Tuck all 10 toes underneath. Lift your knees to hover. Knees stay bent. Rock your hips left and right, side to side. Releasing to the low back as you stretch through the feet and the arms, the shoulders. Gently lower your knees back down. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lift. Cow pose. Exhale, round your back for cat. Keep your back rounded as you send your hips, send your butt all the way back to your heels, child's pose. Lift up when you're ready, back to tabletop. Reset, straight spine. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Straighten your legs as much as feels comfortable. And you can alternate bending one knee and then the other, stretching out the hamstrings and the feet, strengthening through the arms and the shoulders. Lift up high into your toes. Exhale, gently lower your knees back down. Press your hips all the way back to your child's pose. And flow. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lift up. Exhale, round your back for cat. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Straighten your legs as much as feels comfortable. Walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other, bicycling out the legs. Lift up high into your toes. Exhale, gently lower your knees. Untuck the toes. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lift. Exhale, round your back. Keep the back rounded. Send your hips, glutes back to the heels for child's pose. Press into your palms when you're ready. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Straighten your legs. Taking any movement that feels good for you in your down dog. Lift up high into your toes. Exhale, gently lower your knees back down to tabletop. Head, neck, and chest lift. Exhale, round your back. Send your glutes back to your heels. Child's pose, arms stretched long in front of you. Forehead rests gently on the mat. Press into your palms to lift yourself up whenever you're ready. Same as we started class, just circling out through your wrists, taking any last little rotations in the wrists and the fingers. Interlace your fingers in front of your chest and press your palms out towards the screen. Inhale to lift the arms up high towards the ceiling, interlacing your fingers above your head. And as you exhale, lower your wrists, lower your arms down. Keep taking the circles. Adding in any more interlacing of the fingers that feels good for your fingers, your wrists. Stretching up high towards the ceiling, interlacing above your head one more time. Exhale to release, swivel, rotate, twist, turn down. Rotating out through the neck. Any last bits before you close out your practice. take one last flow through our cat-cow spinal stretch, and we'll finish out in child's pose. Rest here for as long as feels good for you. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. Take care and be well, everyone.